Hello?
Hey, Aleeya, Vince isn't here to host Temple Timeout with me this week.
Is Vince okay?
Yeah, he's fine, but he's in New York for the IBS Awards. Are you down to host Temple Timeout with me?
I'm so down. What are we going to talk about?
So we have March Madness coming up, and it's Women's Month, so that's cool that you're going to be on the desk with me. And we're going to be talking about the AAC tournament and where Temple stacks up for Selection Sunday.
We definitely have to talk Fran Dunphy, though, if we're going to talk basketball.
Oh, obviously. And of course, we're going to be talking about the Phillies, but first, let's take a timeout. What's up, Owl fans? Welcome to another edition of Temple Timeout. Alongside me is Aleeya Mayo. I'm Bri Hofsass. Aleeya's filling in for Vince Call, who's in New York City for the IBS Awards. That's pretty exciting.
So exciting.
I'm glad to have you on desk.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
All right, and it's March.
Yes.
March is here. It is Women's Month. We have March Madness coming up.
A lot of exciting things happening in March.
Alrighty, let's take a look at where Temple stacks up in their March Madness opportunity. Right now they're at a 12 seed against Clemson for a play-in game in the East, and they haven't made the tournament since 2016.
Yeah, almost 3 years. So you have to wonder, are we ready?
Right, exactly. The Sports Desk's Adam Miller takes a look at how the team has been handling this season, knowing they've been on the bubble.
Early in the season, it was obvious the Temple men's basketball team had a chance to make a run in the NCAA tournament, but it was going to be difficult. Now 27 games into the season, and the Owls sit at 20-7 and are third in the AAC standings. More importantly, they're currently projected to make it to the big dance. Still, there's a sense that even with the team positioned to make the tournament, that just one more loss could have them looking on the outside in.
It kind of feels like when you win, it doesn't really matter, but when you lose, you're out of it. So that's if I'm being honest, that's how it feels. So hopefully we just keep winning and we just stay the same.
But life on the bubble is stressful, and Shiz Olsen Jr. made it clear he's always watching where his team sits.
I'm gonna be honest, a lot. I do it every day. That's something I really want to get into the tournament, so I'm constantly checking scores and just seeing, but I know that we have to do our part first and win every game to put us in good position.
2016, 3 years ago, that's the last time the Owls made it to the NCAA tournament. If they want to be able to punch their ticket this year, they're going to have to be perfect down the stretch. Reporter for Temple Update, I'm Adam Miller.
But let's not get a little too ahead of ourselves here. We still have a little bit of time left, and we still have the AAC tournament coming up. And Temple is 4 in the conference, so.
Right, they are in a little bit of a similar situation where a lot of uncertain things could happen, but they're obviously in a much better position going into the AAC tournament. Right now, they are at the 4th seed, meaning they have the last bye for the first round. And with their remaining 3 games, they are 2-1. They beat Tulane, they beat UConn. They did lose to UCF, but even if they lost to UCF again, UCF is they're the 3rd seed in the conference, so it wouldn't hurt them, but obviously they're not going to want to lose any games. They're not going to want to lose those games when they're trying to beef up their tournament resume.
Right, absolutely. And we're going to be in Memphis. Our Bri Hofsass is actually going to be in Memphis March 14th through the 17th. Checking that out. Are you so excited to be there?
I am so excited. I've never been to Memphis. The Sports Desk's Adam Miller is going to be joining me. I'm ready for that, but what I'm not ready for, Aleeya, is Fran Dunphy's final 2 games on North Broad Street.
I know. After 30 amazing years coaching, Fran is finally bringing his amazing career to an end.
And I got a chance to sit down with Coach to find out what's next after basketball. Take a sneak peek.
My favorite coach to coach against, probably not the guys that put a big whooping on me all the time like Coach Chaney did for the first, we coached against each other for 17 years. I don't think I won our first game against him until year 12, maybe something like that. So I don't know. I think I just had so much great respect for everybody that I've had a chance to coach against, whether it be Coach Chaney or Mike Krzyzewski or Bill Self or all of those guys, Jim Boeheim and Tom Izzo, and that's not including Jay Wright and Phil Martelli and Steve Donahue now and the other guys that I had a chance to coach against, Bruiser Flint, and Bill Hurrian, and over at Drexel, and John Giannini, and and Billy Hahn over at LaSalle, and now Ashley Howard. So I can go on and on.
And you can catch the rest of that story on TempleUpdate.com. But a good fun fact about our good friend Fran here, he has over 36,000 minutes of coaching time.
Yeah, and the stats don't stop there, Aleeya. He has over 900 coached games, over 150 games coached at the Liacouras Center, 16 NCAA tournament appearances, and he is one of a handful of coaches to win over 200 wins at 2 different schools.
I mean, we don't call him Mr. Big Five.
Oh, absolutely.
For nothing.
He is
I mean, he played at
through.
LaSalle. He got his master's at Nova, coached at Penn, coached at Temple. He didn't make his way to St. Joe's, but I think that might have been their problem.
Hey, that could be next. But you know what they say, Aleeya, when one door closes, a window opens, and a big window just opened in South Philly.
It sure did. The Phillies have finally signed Bryce Harper.
I'm shocked, to be honest. I thought for sure he was going to the Dodgers, the chance to train in Arizona. He lives in Las Vegas, so LA, I mean, hello, the West Coast appeal. But the Phillies did it. He signed a 13-year, $330 million contract, and that sounds like a lot of money, but when you break it down, it comes out to roughly $165 million after taxes and agent fees. But let's be real, that's still a lot of money.
And I mean, the Phillies kind of did themselves a favor getting him, because they have a little bit of an opening to let Mike Trout in 2 years. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
But opening day is going to be March 28th. I'm sorry. So you can check them out opening day at the Philly.
Citizens Bank Park.
Citizens Bank Park.
Right, but what I'm more excited for, Aleeya, is April 2nd when they're headed down to Washington to take on the Nationals. That's going to be exciting. And what else is really exciting is how young all of Philly's premier talent is. You have, with the Sixers, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are both under 25. Carter Hart is only 20 for the Flyers. Carson Wentz is under 25. Bryce Harper is 26, and he's in his prime. So now's a really good time to be a Philly fan.
And it is definitely a good time to be a young Philly fan, to see some people that you can kind of relate to on the screen.
Right. Well, that's all we have for this edition of Temple Timeout. As always, be sure to follow us on social media.
You can follow us on Twitter at @TU_Sports Desk. For Temple Timeout and Bri Hofsass and the rest of the Temple Timeout team, I'm Aleeya Mayo. Have a great day.
As you're getting ready to go into your last game here in the next 2 games, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, are we editing?
Yeah, we'll edit that.
Okay. You know, I had a class once at Penn, and so that happened to me. And I picked the phone up, and then there was probably 25 kids in the class, you know, and cell phones had just kind of come into vogue, not like it is today. But I picked it up, and I said, oh, it's my assistant coach. I told him to call me right at this time during class so that you could see the distraction that sometimes occurs. I had to think quick because I was...